edges because I just wet it, and you really want to get those. See how this lifted right there? I'm sure the front has lifted a little bit. This side is okay, but I'm gonna touch up all the areas that lifted. But first, I'm going to blow dry the edges. And I'm doing this in real time because I have to go to an interview, and I'm gonna adjust this just a little bit. Wait, not a little bit. All right, so. Wow, I'm just looking at I got really, lighting is a motherfucker, because at this right here, you don't see anything, can't tell my age, lines are gone. Back here, them shadows, I don't know, there's just, I just put some eye stuff on it, and it looks like it's already working. So, anyway, back to this. So you get those nice and dry. And I did pluck these edges, but I didn't pluck it a whole lot. I wore it for a few days before I started plucking to see where my hairline or where the unit was really going to be sitting before I decided, you know what, I need to pluck it. So I wore it for a few days, you know, saw how it looked, and then about the 4th day, after like taking it off and reapplying it, I went, okay, yeah, it needs to be thin right there, it needs to be thin right there. You know, I looked at it and inspected it, and one side I did more than the other because, you know, it's not, the hairline isn't perfect. And another thing to do is that I went ahead and cut into the lace as far as the front of the hairline. Because it was a very rounded, straight across hairline, and so I didn't have to do so I would not have to do like a whole lot of extra plucking in the hairline. I don't mind plucking here, but the right here in the front of the hairline, I mean, I wanted to skip some of that. So what I did was, this lighting is kind of bad, but I cut just into the lace a little bit to give it a little recession right here, and then came back out. And did the same thing on this side. So, and the way it turned out, I mean, the hairline looks really good. This lighting is bad in this bathroom, but it does look good. So now that this is dried enough, I'm going to go ahead and do some maintenance, some daily maintenance. You may have to do this daily if you really want your lace to be to lay and slay. So I use Walker's, any Walker products I use, and then of course the, what is it called, Ultra Hold is a Walker product that is good. I tried the Ghost Bond, and the thing with the Ghost Bond I didn't like was that if you do it and you sweat and it does happen to like release a little bit, it turns white. And why they made a product for a clientele that is majorly ethnic and not of no one has white skin. Why would you make your a glue that goes into a skin or a hair white? Like, you need to put a tint in it, or you don't make it white, you make it clear, or you put a tint. So they made it white. So anyway, it would turn a little bit white, and I just didn't like that. Let me see if you can really see this hairline there. Okay, so you can see it a little bit better. But so yeah, I cut into the lace right there, and I cut into the lace right there, and only like this much. I just did a little bitty piece, just, and it made a world of difference. And so what I'm going to do is see that little piece right there. I'm just going to apply a little glue right there, but other than that, she is good. She is looking good. And then my baby hairs just naturally fell. I didn't do a whole lot of like brushing out of the baby hairs. It came with baby hairs, a little bit of baby hairs. But okay, so guys, this part is me
really just talking a bunch because I was impressed with how my wash and condition came out. And as you can see, I'm kind of proud of it. And this is me just talking about, what am I talking about right there? I think I was talking about the glue, like my adhesive, and the bottle of adhesive that I use, and how I stretch out the life of my adhesive, and that's by using a wand or a applicator to put the adhesive on rather than using the brush that it comes with. Because if you use the brush that it comes with, the bottle stays open the entire time you're applying it. But if you put your adhesive onto like a stick or a wand or some kind of applicator, then you can close that bottle up immediately and then take your time putting your adhesive exactly where it needs to go. So that was me talking about some of that. And then I think I talk about me doing. That's about it. It took me a very long time to talk about that, I guess. I was talking about my hairline and how I cut into the lace to give me a really, really custom hairline. That's me talking about the adhesive and how I'm very active, and it does take a really strong adhesive for me to be satisfied with the hold. So I was talking about my Ultra Hold and my Mighty Tidy. Those are two Walker products that I use, and I love them. Ghost Bond, I did learn a trick with Ghost Bond. If you put a layer of Ghost Bond or 2 layers of Ghost Bond on, and then you put a layer of any kind of clear adhesive, like the Mighty Tidy or the Ultra Hold, over the Ghost Bond, it gives for a longer hold. And if the Ghost Bond by some chance happens to get wet, you know how Ghost Bond turns white when it gets wet, that Ghost Bond will not get wet because it's covered and sealed with the clear adhesive. So that's a little trick that I learned as well. So you put on like a layer of Ghost Bond, you put on a layer of, or 2 layers of Ghost Bond, or a thick layer of Ghost Bond, and you make sure you cover all that Ghost Bond with a clear coat of your clear adhesive, like Mighty Tidy or Ultra Hold, and you don't have to worry about the Ghost Bond being exposed to moisture because it's sealed with the clear adhesive. And so it keeps the Ghost Bond from turning white. So that's just a tip. And so now I get to the actual application of my touch-up. I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to put this. Because that little lift, I may just go ahead and lift this up a little bit more, or just put a big chunk right there. See how it's lifting? See how it's lifting? So this is enough for that. And as a matter of fact, I'm kind of rushing, and I did not dry this adequately enough. So, what I was trying to say, which I'm going to say while my blow dryer is going, is that you can get longer where now I see actually some more of the line right there. So I'm going to hit that spot too. The more that it dries, the more I can see. So, the way you can get longer lasting out of your bottles of adhesive is if you only open that adhesive to put it onto an applicator, or applicating stick, applicating wand, anything that you're going to use to actually do the application process with. And then you apply the application adhesive, the adhesive to the application, to the application that you're going to be using to commence the application, whatever that's called. You're going to quickly open the bottle, take your brush, take your stick, and then close that bottle right back up. Because those, that glue dries out fast, that adhesive dries out fast. And I learned that a bottle wouldn't last me the whole bottle's life. I learned that it would die out before it would dry out before I even got finished. So I decided with Ghost Bond, or one of the adhesives with Ghost Bond, how you have to you just do dots and close it up. I was like, well, why don't I just do something on a stick? Because I got this with one adhesive, a really cheap one, and you use that. It comes in a tube. You squirt it on this, and you apply it with the stick. And so I was like, well, why can't I just do that with all of them? That would make me closing my bottle faster, and less of the fumes would get out, and it would keep the chemical, the adhesive in here, from drying out. So good way to save it. And so and I let this stay in here a very long time. Let's hope that it moves, and it does. It's still wet. And so I'm just gonna go under there, and that's probably about, I'm gonna try actually make this slide all the way. I'm gonna try and smear that all the way down there because that was coming up there. And yeah, it's as easy as it looks. You wanna make sure you get it to come out enough that it gets those edges, like the very, very edge of the lace, or you'll have a little bit of a lift, tiny, half of a centimeter of a lift. And I'm going a little bit more than my edge, actually, to be honest, which is okay. What I'm going to do is clean it up with glue. But as long as it's enough for like the very end, the very edge of that lace to be sitting on the glue, is perfect. So, and I usually use my brush or something with very, small, area space, like a very, let's see, I don't see it in here, so I'm going to use this. I usually use my brush, my Boar's Heroes brush, and I take the brush, let's say like this one, and I will, pat it down with this, so I'm not getting like all of the area, pressed down and getting it on my hands. Very small parts of it are being kind of like pinned in. Not pinned in, but you know what I'm saying. So, but this brush isn't good because it's not a whole lot of bristles. My Boar's Heroes brush is fuller. So, I'm going to see. No. So instead I'm going to use a comb, which has, a little bit of space. But at least it's not my fingers. I'm just going to press. And my brush is so much better. Until that is down and blended looking. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to... Yeah, I'm looking in the mirror. Because I really can't see. The lighting in here is bad, guys. I'm going to fix the lighting. Or I'm going to go to another bathroom. This is a very small bathroom. Very old. And yeah, I can see the line in this, so there's a piece of hair there, baby hair, stuck in the glue. I'm gonna go ahead and pluck. You see that? There's my plucking right there. Bam. Bam. You know what? I just thought about this video that or this guy, he's a YouTuber, another guy who does the units. He's from like England or something, and he has some questions about how to make your... He has some really good units. He has some really good ideas. He had a few questions, and I'm going to go back and... That's what I'm going to do. For these first few videos, I'm going to answer his questions, because I did feel like he had some know-how, but you could tell he just needed a little bit of guidance, just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to get my brush just to show you, because it's such an easier step with that. I will be right back. Guys, this is me getting my brush because using my Boar's Heroes brush or nylon bristle brush is so much better in applying the or getting the glue to stick, because you can just pat it right down and it's not a big flat surface pressing down the glue making the hair stick. Is more like a pressure point of sticking down of the glue. So I just find that works better. I can also brush out those edges, make them as flat as possible. And this is about the end of my video. So thanks for watching, guys. Which I'm sure you can too. See a line. Okay, guys, I'm loving my duck lips right there, so I'm gonna pause the video right there. Loving the duck lips. So that is basically a simple wash and condition with touch-ups at the end. Now, this video was a lot longer than I expected it to be, so I apologize for it being 30 minutes long, but I did it in real time. So that's a wash, condition with a touch-up. All in real time, guys. So enjoy, like, subscribe, what have you. So I hope this was in some form or fashion instructional and informative. So thank you guys for watching, and like I said, like, subscribe, and there will be more videos coming up with my technique and all the goodness and goodies that I've learned in my year of wearing a lace front synthetic. All right, thanks guys. Bye. So